talked about you want to try to identify, do they have 80, 90, 95% of what you need included in the scope, in alignment to that. And then with cost sort of being the last requirement before you make your decision. There's a lot being talked about performance-based SLAs. And so when people run into budget constraints, or maybe they're in the midst of a downturn, but they still need the support. And historically, if they didn't feel like they could afford it, they didn't get the support they needed, or they settled for less through typically trying to staff for it on site, and that never works. So there's some value in that in the marketplace, that if in your negotiation you say, look, you meet 85% of the requirements outlined in my scope, we want to move forward with you, but you use it as a negotiation point on price or performance tied to the SLAs. In other words, if you can negotiate longer response times or on-site times or delivery times for projects in exchange for maybe something that's a little bit more OpEx friendly. So
I definitely had just recently heard, instead of TCO from a total cost of ownership, but TCO from total cost of outcome.
Yeah.
From that perspective, with what you're saying, it's very recent thought process for myself, but along with being able to show that outcome TCO, total cost, but to put it on the front end, like you're talking about, okay, well, if these things are going to be a little bit longer or whatever, because it's only 85% or things like that. Frankly, I haven't thought about that either until you're saying it right now. But immediately my wheels are turning.